Into the first episode of Unscripted. I'm Neil Srivastava, and joining us tonight from the Brantford Red Sox, the man of mystery himself, Matt Fabian. Of course, the inside joke is, who the heck is Matt Fabian? And where did he come from? So, it's like I did a little digging around, a little Google search on Matt Fabian, and I knew you're a graduate of Everett Academy in Toronto. And then you
Yeah,
went to, I can't remember the school you went to before you went
it
to,
was a
I
small
think,
school in Virginia, Ferrum College, a small
yeah.
Division III school.
And then COVID hit, so obviously you had to find a new place and just continue your baseball career from there. Of course, you
Yeah,
haven't played at home in 4 years, if I'm not
that's
correct. If
right.
I'm
That's
Yeah.
that's right. This is my first summer at home. I've been in the Southern Collegiate Baseball League for 2 summers, and then the um, the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball
Yeah.
League last summer. This summer, I wanted to keep it local and be at home with the family, and Brantford gave me an opportunity to play, and it's been working out, so it's been great.
So how does a kid from Toronto find himself in the IBL as the league's top hitter right now?
Um, no, it's it's been a long journey. It's been a long road. It's first couple of years in college were a little bit difficult, kind of
Yep.
finding myself either in terms of playing time or just kind of finding my stride um, at the plate and in the field. Bounce around at two schools. COVID hit, transferred, went to Ithaca College. My at Ferrum College didn't get much playing time there, so wanted a little bit of a change. Went to Ithaca, um, got that change. Been bouncing around between some positions and some different roles in the team. Had a good season last year. Dealt with a little bit of adversity this year with a hamstring injury that kept me out middle of the season.
Okay, that explains why the numbers were kind of a little bit off. Of
Yeah,
course, then you finished
yeah, I
up
was
the
out for
year.
a month. Yeah, I was out for a month this year with a hamstring injury. Um, but honestly, I clicked at the end of the season once I got back from my hamstring injury.
Yeah,
Things were tough. That
you went
month
13
layoff.
for you went. So you had, I guess, you reached base successfully 13 of the last 14 games at Ithaca, and you
Yeah,
just came to the IBL and you've pretty much taken the league on fire as far as I
yeah,
think you had. I think you're still in. You've reached base in every game you've played so far in the IBL. Of course, you had the
yeah.
hit streak end against Hamilton. Sorry, I think we jinxed you that night. That was on us. That was on us. Of course, you
That's
did get hit
okay.
by the pitch in the first inning, and where did
Yeah.
that hit you? Anyways, we weren't sure where it was, so we are just kind of
Got
like
me in the
we're just gonna.
ribs. It got me square in the ribs. It was a
Oh,
good
just cut
shot.
because you got winded. I knew that, and it was just like, okay, yeah, we're not gonna say where it got him, so we're just gonna move on. And of course, and then the
Yeah.
trainer came out, the coach came out. I was like, oh man, he's not gonna get up through this game, is he? And then
No,
thankfully you were okay, and
it got me good, but yeah, no, that was a fun game. Guys had some good arms that game.
yeah,
That was fun.
that was Jordan Schulfeld's first game in the IBL, and I guess he was bringing it. Like I think the pitch that
It
hit
threw
you was
well.
92. It was a
Yeah,
92
it was.
mile an hour
It was
fastball that hit you up in the ribs, so that definitely left a
yeah.
mark the next day.
Oh yeah, no, I still got that mark. Um, yeah, so just it was kind of funny with the hamstring injury because I was out middle of the season, and it gave me an opportunity to come home and rehab it a little bit on the weekends because I wasn't traveling with the team at that
Yep,
point. So I came home and I reached out to Chad with Brantford, and
yep.
I mean I was originally planning on going back to the Perfect Game League, but I was thinking I want to stay local this summer, and so I reached out to Chad. Like he didn't know who I was. I just sent him an email.
Nobody in the league knew who you were. Okay, let's just
Well,
be honest about that. But you
well,
definitely
yeah,
made a name for yourself the last few weeks here. That's for sure.
yeah. So I reached out to him. I was like, Chad, can I just try out and just see what happens? He's like, yeah, sure. Honestly, to be totally honest, I didn't have a great tryout. He's like, but we'll give you a spot,
Yeah,
and and then ever since then, kind of just stuff has been clicking. So it's been real fun, and the competition. I mean, I haven't played ball in Canada since my high school days.
yeah,
It's I mean this league's legit. Like it's
yeah.
it's real good pitching, great guys on every team, good atmosphere, good competition. So yeah, it's been awesome.
Exactly. I'm just going to go a couple of questions we got on the old Twitter from people around the league, of course. Ann Larry Sharing Blame, of course. She asked the question, what was the biggest influence in your baseball career?
Yeah, I mean outside of my dad, who's been there since day one, through thick and thin, a lot of
Yep.
thin.
A lot of
Um,
thin.
but I would say Rob Butler.
Rob Butler,
I've been working
nice.
with
Slaggy.
Rob Butler's been my biggest influence. I mean, I've been swinging with him weekly since the season. He's got a unique, really very unique approach to hitting. We were kind of doing BP one day, and kind of my swing wasn't where I wanted it to be. So he just, instead of verbalizing adjustments, he makes physical adjustments just based on varying the drills that we do, and it's a refreshing approach that he takes.
Excellent. No problems. That gets us into the next question. So, what are you thinking when you go up to the plate against some of these guys in this league? Because you're just making them look silly up there.
Yeah, I do. We do a lot of mindfulness. I do a lot of meditation daily, about 20 minutes daily. I've been doing it for about 2.5 years now. That's kind of my secret that I've been doing.
Oh,
I
nice.
work closely with a sports mental coach, Jim Dixon. Him and I have been working really close now for 2.5 years. Developed some really interesting kind of strategies and visualization techniques. Um, and hitting in that leadoff role, it's it's a given. I'm going to get that first pitch fastball, so
Yeah, well,
it's
exactly.
not.
Sometimes you wear that first pitch fastball. You got hit a
Right.
lot. You got hit a lot,
Yeah,
what, 10 times in at Ithaca, and then you had like
yeah,
14 bases on balls as well.
yeah. I mean, I stand relatively close to the plate, and my elbow kind of goes over the top of the plate too, and I wear a big elbow guard, and
Yeah, I saw the elbow guard on the Ithaca sports media page as well. I was just like,
yeah.
okay,
Well,
yeah.
I kind of cheat sometimes with it, but that's all good.
Stop giving away your secrets. Guys are going to pitch you all
I
weird
know,
now.
I know.
Yeah.
No, but mindfulness and the meditation. I mean, it's not a secret because I put work into it every single day,
Oh,
but it's kind of seeing my results before they happen, if that makes sense.
okay, so Sam McCoy, who's one of the guys that does a lot of stuff with the Barry Baycats, he's a young kid. He's in high school actually right now, and he's still working his way through broadcast school. Has a question for Matt. What's been the biggest surprise about the IBL for you? And he, well, of course, he says congratulations on the great success you've had so far.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, the biggest surprise is just the consistency in not only the pitching but the hitting. I mean, all around, every team it seems has big arms, and the bats never give up
No,
throughout the lineup.
exactly. Some of these guys in this league shouldn't be playing in this league. They should be playing elsewhere, but
No,
just
it's
unfortunately, it just
yeah.
doesn't work out sometimes.
I know, especially with the thinned out draft now, with only 20 rounds instead of what was it, 45 at one point.
Yeah, well,
It's
exactly.
yeah,
So if you weren't in the baseball, of course, I got to mention you had a 361 GPA in your senior year. You made the all academic team as well. Congrats for that. So I'm guessing Dad's really proud of that too. His money, he got a little return on his investment there. There he goes.
yeah. Well, I study athletic training at school, so that's kind of after baseball or without baseball, I would be kind of doing that and working with sports teams or individuals and kind of taking approach to helping them prevent injury and helping them stay healthy on the field. So kind of just staying in that environment. I've been doing it at school now. I worked with football last year at school.
Yeah,
It was
nice.
a big commitment of mine in the fall. I had to sacrifice my baseball time in order to do football in the fall, work
Which
about
makes sense.
500
Yeah.
hours per team. It was
Yep.
great. Met all the guys, loved the environment, tried to help out the best I could, and it was really good.
So what is your plan for the second half of the season with the Brantford Red Sox?
We won two in a row now. I mean, look at
They
that,
won
home
two in a
run
row.
derby.
Last time the Red Sox won two in a row was 2018. So you guys are in uncharted territory right now. And I've got a little side bet with Alan Ross from Toronto. Of course, I said the Red Sox. Of course, in the midseason predictions, I thought the Red Sox were going to win 5 games. So you got to get me one more so I get dinner.
Well, we gotta get that third one in a row so we can call it a winning streak. So
Exactly. Yeah. True.
that's the plan on Friday with Guelph. But it's so I moved. We made a nice little adjustment recently. I moved out to right field and we put Kieran Bowles at third. He's been doing a nice job there, and
Yep.
and it's added a little bit of speed and some arm strength in the outfield, putting me in right field. So that's been a good adjustment that we've made. I mean, Kieran's also having a really good season.
Of course, Kieran
Uh,
last year won a
yeah,
ring with
yeah,
the
with
London
London.
Majors. So definitely, if anybody knows the grind that you guys are in for, he can definitely tell you stories and tales of how they kept
Yeah,
everything going.
he is very knowledgeable. So that was a good adjustment we made, and Isaiah Ramos and Dan Howitt,
Danny
they've been
Howitt's been having a
solid.
great year.
Yeah, yeah, they've been our two arms. So just I mean our bats have been alive, but it's been I mean it's we haven't we've given up a lot of runs, right? So it's
A lot
tough
of
to win
runs and a
games
lot of
when you
errors,
give
that's
up.
for sure. Just a
Yeah.
lot of
Um,
mistakes late games too that have been kind of hurting.
Yeah, the errors have gone down since we've made that third base. We made that adjustment, that switch with me at third into right. So I'm hoping we can keep that going. And I mean, we have great team chemistry, which is always a blast. I mean, obviously the record isn't impressive, but I go
Oh,
into the pregame locker room, and I mean, it's like we won 20 in a row. So it's really
well, that's
exciting
good.
to show
That
off
was
our
what I was going
pitching.
to lead into next. Is what have you guys been doing? Just how do you stay positive when the things like you look at the records and go, okay, yeah, we're not winning these ball games, but man, we've been close so many times.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's really bought in. Everyone loves it, and we've got a really great group of guys that enjoy kind of the process and the grind and the travel and being with each other, and just the positivity has been overwhelming. Um, it's honestly a breath of fresh air. I mean, some years, some of my past years, there's been some negativity. That's not always the easiest to
Well,
deal with.
exactly.
And this summer, I mean, despite the record, the positivity has been. I mean, it's been one of the things that's allowed me to excel on the field for sure.
Awesome. Well, let's wrap up with a little fun here. We're going to call it rapid fire. I'm going to give you 90 I'm just going to bang some questions off. Short
Yeah.
answers here, and then we're just going to go through it for the next 90 seconds or so. So I'll start the clock now. Favorite singer?
Oh boy. Drake
Favorite song?
started from the bottom.
Favorite treat as a kid in the summertime? Freezies, what?
I'm a big donut guy, so donuts,
Donuts? What kind of donut?
glazed for sure.
Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons? Which one's better?
Tim Hortons.
All right, good. You're definitely Canadian. Favorite movie as a kid?
Rounders. Big
Rounders.
poker
Nice.
movie.
Nice, nice. So I guess Matt Damon's your favorite actor then?
Yeah, he's him and John Malkovich.
Nice, nice. Good, good. That's a good movie. Can't let my kids watch that yet. They're a little too young for that one. Favorite cartoon character growing up as a kid? What was on the cartoons all the time when you got up?
It's probably South Park. Is probably
Another show my kids are not allowed to watch
yeah,
for
exactly.
various
Probably Bob.
reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. My kids gonna be like, Dad, what's South Park? I'm like, no, just no,
No, yeah.
no, no, no. Let's see, what else can we go? What's in your ball bag?
My ball bag. I'm a big pine tar guy. Huge pine. Before every at bat, I'll go to pine tar. So I got a lot in my bag. I got rosin. I got a couple gloves because it bats around between positions. My elbow guard, my hand guard, batting gloves, and then a biofreeze. I'm always aching, so I put the biofreeze in every.
gotta get the bio one, or you're not gonna get through the game. I get it.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's
Exactly,
in there.
I get it. All right. Next one I was gonna go with. What was the last thing I was gonna go? No, I totally forgot my train of thought there. Favorite sports drink?
BioSteel. I got
Biosteel.
it next to me right here.
Oh, same here. We got a lot of those. We got a lot of those around the house. I gotta get
Yeah.
sponsored by Biosteel one of these days. If you guys are
Yeah.
watching, by all means, hook us up.
Okay.
I want to thank you so much for doing this, Matt. Really appreciate it. All the best the second half. I hope the heck I didn't jinx you for Friday night.
No,
So
not at
hopefully,
all. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for
say
having
hi
me.
to your dad for us because I know he said hi in the press box when we were going in the middle of chaos that one day. I felt bad I didn't get a chance to stop and say hi or anything. Well, I'll definitely try to stop in the next time we're in Brantford to say hi.
That'd be awesome. No, he'll love that. So thank you very much. Thank you
Matt
so much.
Fabian of the Brantford Red Sox, your first guy on IBL Unscripted. Thank you so much again. We'll see you on the next episode, guys and gals. Thank you so much. Bye bye.